Hello people, you're welcome back to the channel. It is your one and only Lady Jackson. So of course, it is a known fact that last week we didn't have the battle season. It was just a recap and a repeat of the last knockout stage. But then of course, we had the battle which kicked off today. We had a guest judge, which is nice, Kongwaso, and he is here. He was here to replace Nitosi, who was unavoidably absent. Probably something came up, and then he had to, take over. Team Waje started the battle stage with Timmy and Matthew going head to head as they sing the prayer, I pray you'll be alright. Now that song they needed to do. Now, of course, they had the session where they had to practice with the sound instructor, the music instructor, and soon enough they had to go to the stage for the battles. And then when they started, the first thing that came to my mind is this song is good. It's a song people could try, but what's her name? Timmy's voice was really shaky with it. Like it was as though she was running from notes. And then there were times that even when they had to harmonize each other, it wasn't really like falling in place. It was a struggle. There were the beautiful moments where her voice sounded nice, but then Matthew's voice dominated, and I suspected it was going to, because there was a part where there was an orchestra singer, a classic singer, and it was the guy's own whom had to sing in another language which he had learned. But of course, his voice literally dominated. They did not express themselves very much, so it wasn't a totally enjoyable performance like you would normally enjoy this particular song when you hear other people perform it. But generally, it was nice. Pray you'll be Unfortunately, it was time for Waje to choose the talent that was going to the live shows, and the other that would be evicted at this stage and would be left to the mercy of the viewers to vote. And then she chose that Matthew goes to the next stage, which by merit I think it was wise to choose, because Timmy's voice was really shaky, and probably I just felt like that wasn't the best song to have been given to her. Although her voice would have been able to, do that song, but she was withholding a lot.
Congratulations, Matt, the baritone.
Next performance was by Jokia and David. They will be battling with the song, Rihanna's song, Yellow Diamonds in the Light. We found love in a hopeless place. Now that song, when I first heard, Waje mentioned the song, I was like, this was originally done by one person. But to make it amazing, these two people have to learn to be able to, run riffs around beautiful spaces, around, while the other is singing and trying to round up or over each other. It's a song that if you improvise and do, make the right choices, you would deliver it in such a way that, the judge will be so scared on what to do. So of course they had their session with the music coordinator, and then finally they had to go on stage, and when they started singing, I was like, wow. Hey, Jokia voice is clean, it's fine, it is nice. And then David understands that there are places my voice might not be able to belt notes, but my riffs and run, the fact that I could enter into other kind of tones, other kind of riffs and run, I will take over. So they sang and it was beautiful. For me, David actually dominated because he just, I don't know how to explain it. There was just places that he knew what to do rightly, and he did. Jokia literally just, went with the flow of let's just do it together. She didn't really give a battle performance, although their performance was good.
And we're standing side by side. What it takes to come alive. We found love in all this place.
It was a beautiful start, it was a beautiful finish, but of course, someone seems to always dominate, and David dominated because when the judges give their feedback, it literally resounded the same thing, and Waje chose David to move to the next round. And of course, for now, Jokia is evicted.
To the live shows. Thank you very much.
Next performance was by Faith and Mars. They would be battling with the song Suit and Tie, and I actually don't know that song, but of course Faith seems to know the song and Mars has never heard of it. But of course this was something they were going to work on together, so they had their session with the music director and with Waje, and over time the funky song came into light and it was beautiful. Now this was a song that when they played the original song, I was like, this is a song that Faith's voice would literally soar in. And of course, for someone who has a full round tone like Mars, he is going to be able to get the song. That's going to be as long as he battles for the song. So when they were done with the rehearsal and everything, they went on to the stage and it was time to battle. Soon I was saying, oh my God, Faith's voice just blends into it like this smooth water. And the guy knows how to grind and whine, which he was using to tease Team Waje. Coach Waje rather. And then of course Mars followed suit, looking amazing and his voice sounding so good. They blended, they had fun, and that was the good thing about it. They literally performed and used the stage, which was nice. Their voices gave each other a compliment, but then at some point when Mars was trying to give some falsetto, it wasn't falsetting, right? And then of course Faith's voice knows how to falset, which is literally something. I just wish that there was more time to get to enjoy them. Of course, they ended the song and the coaches had to react, and Coach Waje had to take her time and finally announce that Faith moves to the live shows. And of course, Mars would wait and hope that the audience at home gets to vote him.
Faith goes to the lives. Congratulations, Faith.
And the last but not the least performance tonight would be by Tejiri and Chika. Now they're going to be singing the most famous Beauty and the Beast. Oh, my voice sounds so raspy. Oh my gosh. Anyways, now what's the name? When they were asked if they know the song, Chika said he knows the melody, but he doesn't know the words. So of course he had to go see the movie again, learn the lyrics. As for Tejiri, she said she actually doesn't know the song. She knows the movie, but she doesn't know the song at all. But of course, it's not going to be a song that was going to be difficult for both of them because their voices are both amazing. Now, of course, they had their session with the music director, had the stage session, and soon it was time to battle. Now, when they started the song, I was like, wow. Tejiri's voice, this is the second time it is wowing me. Her voice is so beautiful that I wish she was the one who did the prayer with Matthew whilst Timmy did this Beauty and the Beast. Reason being that Tejiri's voice is something that is belty, it's beautiful, it's sultry, it fits the prayer more. And then Timmy had this thing she was doing, like withdrawing her notes. Waje actually said that she was pulling her mic from her mouth. But of course, whatever it was giving the emotions that Beauty and the Beast needed. So I just wish they interchanged them. But either ways, this performance was so good. I could always scream when I hear Chika go through the riffs and runs and the belting and the tonal change of his voice. Like, it's so beautiful. But when they were done, the judges gave their feedback. Of course, Nice always saying that each performance was getting better, and this was literally the best emotive performance of tonight. When it got to, of course, Waje had to pick, and she picked Tejiri for saying, of course, according to her, for being consistent and being dynamic, which I don't blame her because it's actually going to be, it was a difficult decision. Now, of course, that was all for the performances of tonight, and we had about 4 housemates, why do I say housemates? I just in a Big Brother be this. Jesus help me. Well, 4 talents, 4 singers and performers were moved to the live shows. That is Matthew, Tejiri, Faith, and David. They're now in the live shows officially.
I'll go with Tejiri.
Kitensha now called the last four Timmy. There is Purple Jochebel and there is Mars. And finally, there was Chika who were asked to come on stage. And of course, the audience, the viewers at home were told on how to vote for these ones. If you want one of them back in the shows for the live shows, vote and the one with the highest votes gets to stay back. Now, that's the update on this particular first episode of the Voice Nigeria battle stage. Now, guys, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell button beside for notification and every post I make. Don't forget to share, comment down below, and also share this video. I'm going to see you on the next one.